Australia has officially released its 2026-27 migration program planning levels. We break down the biggest winners and losers, what's changed in the 2026-27 migration program, and what this means for skilled migrants. Good day, everyone, and welcome to our channel. Australia's migration program planning levels for 2026-27 has been confirmed with the total permanent migration intake to remain unchanged at 185,000 places, though the real story is the major shifts happening inside the program. There are now huge increases in employer sponsored visas, more places for skilled independent visas, increased subclass 190 state nomination allocations, but a major reduction in the subclass 491 regional visas. And perhaps more importantly, the government is now clearly prioritizing migrants already living and working in Australia. So, what does this mean for the subclass 482 visa holders, international graduates, skilled migrants, employer sponsored workers, and people planning the pathway to Australian permanent residency? In this video, we'll break down the biggest winners and losers, what's changed in the 2026-27 migration program. Let's get into it. Australia's migration program is the federal government's annual plan that determines how many permanent residency visas get granted each financial year. The program is divided into three major streams: skilled migration, family migration, and special eligibility visas. For the 2026-27 financial year, the total permanent migration intake remains at 185,000 places. According to the Department of Home Affairs, around 75% of the program will be allocated to skilled migration, while approximately 28% is allocated to family visas. Now, this is very important to understand. These planning levels are not guaranteed invitations. A higher allocation does not automatically mean you will receive a visa invitation. Applicants must still meet the eligibility requirements, points test thresholds, nomination criteria, occupation demand requirements, and invitation competitiveness. So, while planning levels can improve opportunities in some visa categories, Australia's migration system remains highly competitive. Here's a quick overview of the biggest changes. Skilled independent visa, subclass 189, increases from 16,900 to 21,090 places. Employer sponsored visas increased massively from 44,000 to 58,040 places. This is one of the biggest shifts in the entire program. State nominated visa subclass 190 increased from 33,000 to 35,500 places. Regional visa subclass 491 reduced significantly from 33,000 to only 14,110 places. That's a major drop. Talent and innovation visas reduced from 5,300 to 3,500 places. Partner visas increased slightly from 40,500 to 41,500 places. Parent visas reduced from 8,500 to 7,060 places. But perhaps the most important announcement was this: the government has confirmed that 129,590 places will prioritize onshore applicants already living in Australia, while only 55,110 places are allocated for offshore applicants. That is a very strong policy signal. Without question, employer sponsored migration is one of the biggest winners in the 2026-27 migration program. The employer sponsored category increased to 58,040 places, making it the largest skilled migration category in Australia's permanent migration system. This tells us several important things. The Australian government is clearly prioritizing migrants already contributing to the workforce, employer driven migration, and workers filling labor shortages. This may particularly benefit subclass 482 visa holders, temporary residence transition applicants, subclass 186 applicants, and workers in industries like healthcare, construction, engineering, ICT, education, and science. The government specifically stated that the employer sponsored places are intended to support temporary migrants already filling skill shortages in Australia. So, for many migrants already working in Australia, employer sponsorship may now become one of the strongest long term PR pathways moving forward. And honestly, this is one of the clearest migration trends we've seen in recent years. Australia increasingly wants proven workers, local work experience, and migrants already integrated into the labor market. The skilled independent visa subclass 189 has also received a major increase. Allocations increased from 16,900 to 21,090 places. The Department of Home Affairs stated that the subclass 189 continues to deliver strong economic outcomes and highly skilled employment results. That's important because it shows the federal government still strongly values highly skilled independent migrants. However, applicants should not assume annotations will suddenly become easy. Competition will likely remain intense, especially for offshore applicants, lower point scores, occupation with limited annotation activity, and applicants in highly saturated occupations. The reality is 65 points is only the minimum eligibility threshold. It is not a competitive score in many occupations. Moving forward, applicants with strong English scores, high points, skilled Australian work experience, younger age profiles, and occupations aligned with workforce shortages may remain the strongest candidates for the subclass 189 invitations. There are also increasing discussions around a stronger human capital model. That means Australia may continue prioritizing younger applicants, highly educated professionals, superior English results, and candidates with stronger long term economic potential. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more migration updates, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new release. Subclass 190 allocations has also increased from 33,000 places to 35,500 places. This confirms that the state and territory nomination remain a major part of Australia's skill migration system. But remember, each Australian state and territory operates independently. That means nomination requirements can vary significantly. States and territories may prioritize applicants based on occupation demand, work experience, salary level, local employment, study location, regional commitment, and industry shortages. So, even though allocations have increased, competition may still remain extremely high in many states and territories. Applicants should continue monitoring the state migration websites, occupation lists, invitation trends, and nomination requirements carefully. Do not rely only on the federal planning numbers. One of the biggest talking points is the huge reduction in the subclass 491 regional visa allocations. The allocations dropped from 33,000 places to only 14,110 places. But this does not mean regional migration is disappearing. The government confirmed that regional migration remains important for Australia, but the focus appears to be changing. The government is now shifting more attention towards employer sponsored migration, onshore PR transitions, and highly skilled workers already contributing in Australia. For migrants considering the regional pathways, subclass 491 can still be valuable, especially for applicants who struggle with subclass 189 points, need state nomination support, work in regional shortage occupations, or already have regional employment opportunities. But because allocations have dropped so significantly, competition for nomination places could become much tighter. This means regional applicants may increasingly need genuine employment links, stronger state commitment, and highly targeted migration strategies. One of the most important developments in the entire migration program is Australia's growing preference for onshore applicants. Again, the government confirmed 129,590 places will prioritize migrants already living in Australia. You may ask why. The government says this approach aims to support migrants already contributing to Australia, reduce pressure on net overseas migration, and improve PR pathways for temporary residents already in the country. This is highly relevant for international graduates, subclass 482 visa holders, temporary skilled workers, employer sponsored migrants, and onshore skilled applicants. For many people in Australia, this is a strong signal that building Australian work experience may now become more important than ever. So, what does all of this actually mean for migrants? Applicants potentially in a stronger position. The latest changes may favor employer sponsored workers, highly skilled professionals, migrants already living in Australia, applicants in priority industries, and people with Australian work experience. Priority sectors highlighted by the government include health, ICT, engineering, construction, education, and science. Pathways likely to stay competitive. Competition may remain especially strong for offshore applicants, lower points subclass 189 applicants, subclass 491 regional candidates, and occupations with lower workforce demand. And again, planning levels do not guarantee invitations. Factors like occupational ceilings, invitation rounds, state nomination policies, workforce shortages, and application quality still play major roles. Australia's 2026-27 migration program confirms several major migration trends. Stronger focus on skilled migration, growing employer sponsored opportunities, prioritization of onshore applicants, continued support for highly skilled workers, and reduced emphasis on large scale regional allocations. For many migrants, long term planning is becoming increasingly important. Employer sponsorship, Australian work experience, strong English ability, and alignment with labour market demand may play an even bigger role in future PR success. And because migration settings can change regularly, applicants should always monitor the invitation trends, state nomination updates, and official government announcements carefully. What do you think about the policy shifts in Australia's migration program? Do you think employee sponsorship is now the strongest PR pathway? Are you affected by the reduction in the subclass 491 regional places? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you need help understanding or assessing your visa pathways for the subclass 189, subclass 190, employer sponsorship, subclass 482 visa pathways, or your best PR options for 2026-27, feel free to contact our migration team for professional guidance. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.